Hi, I'm Sarah from The Upcoming. Such a pleasure to be with you here in beautiful Cannes. Maybe you could begin with a brief introduction to your incredible film. Tell us a bit about what it's about, but also what people can expect when they watch it.
Hello, my name is Zoljargal Purevdash. I'm a filmmaker from Mongolia, and here in Cannes, I'm presenting my first feature film, If Only I Could Hibernate, which is also first Mongolian film ever to be screened in Cannes. And it is a story about 15 years old boy who has a great talent in the physics and wanting to achieve a bright future through good education, but has a really dynamic relationship with family and his surroundings. And I think my film could show you the Mongolia that you never see while you're exploring the exotism of Mongolia, but with its very universe story of the 15 years old teenager.
And of course, it's your feature debut. I know you had very well received short stares. Maybe you can talk a little bit about how you developed this feature, whether there are any linkages with your short film, and why this was the story that you wanted to tell.
I grew up in the Yurt district that you see in the movie, and our city, Ulaanbaatar, has this really big air pollution problem. It's very different from all the stereotypes of Mongolia, you know. And half of the nation living in the Ulaanbaatar and polluted it during whole winter. As a mother, it's really heartbreaking to see my kid breathing this terrible air and heavy metals floating into her blood. It's just not just my kid. And people are doing many activisms against air pollution, which I see as such a waste of a lot of good energy, because what we are breathing is not a smoke. It's not a smoke from coal. It's a party of our brothers and sisters. Nobody burns the coal on purpose to poison other people in the Yurt district, and I know it very well. So that's why I made a film that showed the real reason of air pollution and the other social issues, and I want everybody to see the real reason and embrace the pain and glory of my community, my people in the Yurt district, and find a solution together, not blaming, not hating. 60% of the citizens of Ulaanbaatar is Yurt district people, but we are really becoming the silent majority. We are becoming the minority because we don't have much power financially, and educationally we don't have it, and mostly the working class, and there's very few voices are coming from the youth district. There's many strong voices from the powerful side of the society, but that's why we don't have this mutual understanding about things. That's why through the film, I want to give a lot of voice from the people who are living in the Yurt district, who are burning coal to survive in -35. I made these things just to bring this, to bridge this to part of in my society. So we really need more stories from your district. Uh, that's why I'm making short films on the themes, on the characters who are living in the your district. And actually, when I started writing this, If Only I Could Hibernate, my first feature, I didn't do any proper short film. And while developing the project, I see myself, I have to gain more experiences, to find my confidence, to find my way of working. Then I made 3 short films before I go shooting my first feature. So it was really great. It was so great experience to before I go into the this feature film. I found the great crew, and I found the ways of shooting in the Yurt district a little bit different, and so that's why all my short film is like from the Yurt district. Yes.
And tell us about your wonderful cast. How did you decide who you're going to have in your film, and how did you work with them to achieve your vision?
Yes, I love working with non-actors. I love their this pureness and this raw every feeling. I love to capture that, and it's a story about yurt district. Kids live in the yurt district, so I need the kids who go to fetch water every day to the water kiosk. I need the kids who can make fire, who can cut wood, all those who wakes up in the -35 every morning during winter. So I just did a cast call to the kids who are living in your district, and I was looking for the kids who has a similar character, and so I chose these three kids. And I did the rehearsal for during 2 weeks, and I was so honest to them. I think very few people are so honest to them, and I told them my background, my story, my feelings, and why I'm making this film so honestly. Then they opened themselves honestly, and they are kids, but they feel all the social issues just like us. They feel it on them. They breathe it, and they feel it very near to the classmates. They hop on board, just like same purpose. They all want to solve it. They all want good society, good air. So they become so serious. You can't stop when kids become so serious. So they get into the character so seriously, and it's like, I think I don't say this dialogue. I think we say it different. I was like, sure. I don't like these clothes. We don't wear it like this. I look like a girl. So I set this environment that could say that things very openly. So, and they become so easily together, and after 2 weeks I don't have to be there. They are already siblings. Yes.
And on that note, tell us a bit about the time on set and the shoot. What were some of the challenges that arose, or moments that you really enjoyed?
It was super cold during shooting. And the maximum it went to -42. And well, we are shooting in the really thick air pollution, and there is no computer graphics. It's real air pollution we are facing, and we shoot during COVID also. So I really have to take care of the health of my crew, health of my kids. So I shot 10 days in a month. So I shot for 3 months, for 30 days. And I have a very young crew. First time cinematographer, first time production designer, first time co-producer, and many first timers who really wanted to tell this story. So we faced a lot of struggles, but we understand each other and work together. We were really a one team that wanted to tell this story.
And maybe you can sort of draw out what you think, some of the key themes are. I mean, on the one hand, it's, just capturing something true about the reality of life in this particular part of the world, but also kind of the push and pull between the environment and, what people want to achieve in their personal lives, and that daily, being drawn back into sort of menial work when you want to follow a different dream, and being loyal and supporting your family, and perhaps sometimes being more selfish, and kind of being surrounded by, affluence when, there's such dire poverty as well. And so what do you think some of the themes might be?
I try to put many layers, which makes it hard to pitch during the development. Well, I really wanted to show that all the reason of the social problems that we are facing, the whole humans are facing, these environmental issues, alcoholism, and mental health issues, and depression, and unemployment, and child abuse. I really want to show poverty is the root of it. It's the real reason, and others are the symptoms. And people are spending a lot of energy to solve the symptoms, just like while you have a tuberculosis, but just trying to take in fever medicine. And so I just want to portray it's a poverty, not just showing the problem, I'm showing the solution, which is a good education. It's really good education that could take you out of the poverty, which I proved in my own life. And I grew up in your district, and I had this wonderful chance to go to best high school in Mongolia, and I got a chance to full scholarship to study filmmaking in Japan. And after I come back from Japan, I become someone who could, afford everything by myself. Not sometimes not by the art, but by the skills I learned in Japan. And I could take off myself, and I could afford the warm shoes, in every winter. But I look around my community and my neighbors and the similar generation that I grew up together in that neighborhood. This good education was not accessible to them. So it's really sad some of them are now in my age fallen into alcoholism. Some of them already had too many kids that they can't take care of, and they're just turning in this poverty cycle. And I don't want it to happen to their kids again. I want it to stop. So what can stop? Why can't in my area has a better school that has many facilities that could develop kids' special talents, or the kids who are living in a neglecting abuse school that could give them confidence and love or kindness. I just want to tell people, hey, use your lot of great energy on a good education, on a good school, please, not on the demonstration against air pollution. No, that's a symptom. That's a fever medicine. I just want to say it. So it was the main theme, and every soul, and it's a story about hope. And 15 years old, young boy, young girl, it's some existence full of hope. And when you're 15, you will, whatever situation you are, you will think, I will get out of it. I won't stay here forever. It's the beauty of youth. So given a chance to the youth is really the solution of everything. And I think it's the solution in the whole world, not just in Mongolia. The whole world is facing poverty. Whole world is facing fucked up politics. So all this energy, I want people to use it for the good education.
Maybe you could say a few words about the kind of visual style that you employ, and the music as well, and kind of, I guess, finding those sort of contrasts, with the flashy trainers, in the Yurt district, or a traditional remedy, while in a nice, swanky flat. So how did you want to use that, and also the music?
Ulaanbaatar is a really, really interesting city because in the last 20 years we expanded very fastly with this migration from in the countryside. So it's a mixture of migrated nomads and this modernity, and that's why we have this many superstitious things still existing with a lot of developed science. And sometimes it's really fun to see. Sometimes I really want to criticize about it. Sometimes I just want to laugh at it. And we have a very small crew in a really harsh shooting condition. So I wanted our crew to be as fast as they could. So I just did the shooting in a many handheld or just static shots, because we have also non-professional really cute actors. I don't want to lose their this raw emotion while just being bothered with many other things. And the music, as I said, it's very interesting city, because this all those, what is the music of nomad? It's our throat singing, that is actually comes from imitating the sound of nature. This your body, human body itself becomes the music instrument. And all those nomads living in city with their own music, while living with also all this modernity, this hip-hop music. That's why in hip-hop beatbox your body becomes the instrument itself. So I talked with my music composer, and he comes out with the great idea to mixing throat singing with the beatbox. You know, this 15 years old boy who comes from the area that everybody can do throat singing, moved to the city and hip hop. You know, so in him, this many music is mixing, many feeling, many experiences mixing. So I want to express it through music.
And what does it mean to you, like you said, the first Mongolian film to be here at Cannes Film Festival? And what is the power of a platform like this, I guess, for, you know, shining a light on social issues, both specific to that place, but also, as you said, that can have universal impact too?
Being in Cannes is really given me a chance to talk about this idea that I'm this solution, and talk about the situation, what's happening, and it's given this film, given these kids, and given me a more voice and spotlight, and I'm so grateful because it's something I can't achieve if I couldn't make the film festival. So I'm really enjoying and talking it, and being the first film in Cannes, I felt it very pressure and responsibility. Also a lot of love from Mongolians and attention from Mongolians, which could help me to show this film to the Mongolian audience more, and you know. It's very universal story that could convert into any society, but in Mongolia, and I really hope it would help us to solve our problem. And being first in Cannes with this movie is such an honor, and it is such a chance. And thank you so much.
Well, thank you so much for sharing all that with me. That was absolutely fascinating, and really enjoy the rest of your time here. Thanks so much.